Hello and welcome to Anderson, Indiana. I'm Mayor Chris Ackerman, and I would like to ask you, the Google Fiber to Home project team, to take a closer look at Anderson, Indiana. As you look across the country, we believe that Anderson, Indiana has the valuable resources available to your team to develop this project in a very successful way. Now, let's take a look at Anderson, Indiana and see what we have to offer to you.
Anderson, Indiana was originally incorporated as a town in 1838 and named after Delaware Chief William Anderson. But even thousands of years before, Anderson was the home of prehistoric mound builders whose work can still be seen at Mound State Park. Anderson has long been a place for innovation, collaboration, and community. Today, Anderson continues its tradition of innovation through places like the Flagship Enterprise Center, a high-tech business incubator, world-renowned Anderson and Purdue universities, Nestle, state-of-the-art hospitals and healthcare, and even its own city power and networking infrastructure.
One of the best advantages that we have on this project is the fact that Anderson Municipal Light and Power is a municipality. We're owned by the City of Anderson, which means access to right-of-ways, easements, very simple, one-stop shopping if you want to look at it that way. The City of Anderson has been operating a fiber optic network for over 12 years now. We have 100 miles spread out all throughout our system. We feed to every one of our substations, which coincidentally is a great way to distribute fiber out to the rest of the community for a fiber to the home project.
Being only 25 minutes from Indianapolis gives Anderson some real advantages for Google's fiber to home network. Anderson is already connected to the major fiber ring that runs throughout the state of Indiana. And not only that, but it's only one hop away from the largest concentration of fiber in the state. The City of Anderson's data center is directly connected to the state ring. Inside this state-of-the-art data center facility, there's plenty of additional room for head-in equipment and whatever additional technology that the Google Fiber to Home project might need to install. The data center also offers dual substation feeds, battery backup, generation, and since it's part of the power company, the lights are always on.
All schools in Anderson, K through 12, are hooked up to our fiber. They were our first customers. Then we hooked up universities and businesses and have expanded from there. We've also used that fiber optic network for automatic meter reading and even for a Tropos Wi-Fi hotspot system all throughout our community.
Because the city is the power company, they own the utility poles which will allow for quick and easy access for the fiber to home project's overhead constructions. Also, the City of Anderson implemented a policy 5 years ago to install spare conduit whenever they extend their underground network.
Our utility has been in existence for over 100 years. Our engineering staff are well versed on National Electric Safety Code and Electric Safety Code standards. With 12 years in the fiber business, we've actually experienced a lot of things ourselves. We've built the fiber system ourselves using our own line crews. We've used contractors. We've used several different construction methods: overhead, underground, boring, trenching, you name it, we've probably done it.
Google is looking to build a fiber optic to the home network somewhere in the United States, and we think it should be right here.
I'm a writer, so I could be any place. All I need is an internet connection. And I think that Google, in a city like this, can help everybody.
For us to have this kind of speed and something that nobody else in the world has would be amazing. You would have businesses wanting to trip over themselves to be here.
As a hospital, we do a lot online. This being even faster and the ability to send things quicker in larger amounts would be a huge asset to our community.
When you're on the internet, it's diversity. Google's your colors. It's like rainbow, and that's what I believe our community is, a rainbow of colors.
Excitement is building in Anderson for Google's Fiber to Home project. All around town, this support can be seen at Anderson's schools, local businesses, entertainment venues, and even churches and restaurants. But it's not just Anderson's residents who are welcoming Google's fiber. City government is behind the project and ready to help.
Our arms will be wide open saying, what can we do to assist you to come in here?
This community is committed to this project. The executive branch, the legislative branch, economic development, we want Google.
Google coming in is going to do nothing but enhance the City of Anderson and what we have to offer to our citizens.
It will open doors to not only the poor, but the rich, the middle class, and it'll just open up many of opportunities for our citizens.
Anderson, Indiana provides an ideal community for Google to test what's possible with ultra-high bandwidth in multiple applications. For general home use, education, and business, the possibilities are endless. In the healthcare field, Anderson has 2 large hospitals and smaller clinics and medical offices throughout the city. There are also facilities such as the Central Indiana Orthopedic Center, which works closely with area hospitals. This makes for vibrant testing opportunities for medical imaging.
There is very much a digital divide in this country, and for a town the size of Anderson to have so many opportunities in higher education makes this a perfect test bed to see what happens with this sort of a network when you factor in what the students might do and what the faculty might do, as well as expanding opportunities to collaborate and communicate across long distances.
What we'd like to do now is to fully realize what can be done with fiber by bringing it into everyone's home. We believe there are a ton of applications that can be developed right here in this town.
Since 2005, the Flagship Enterprise Center has created over 60 companies and 1,400 jobs. We are a U.S. Department of Commerce Center of Excellence, and we are innovators. If Anderson is selected by Google, I believe we will exponentially increase our ability to attract more green, high-tech companies of the future.
I have been in this community my entire life, and I've really never seen this much excitement and enthusiasm this quick about any one particular project.
We believe in Google's experiment. We want to work with Google to help bring ultra-high-speed connections, not just to Anderson, but every place in this country. Imagine the possibilities.
Now that you've heard about our community and heard from some of its representatives, I invite you to take a closer look at Anderson, Indiana. Consider the advantages that Anderson has to offer, and remember,